Hello, everyone. So welcome to this webinar focusing on our scuba diving offer in Club Med. My name is Marlyne. I'm working in product marketing in the NAM team. And today we have the pleasure to have with us Florence, our scuba diving expert and partner in Columbus Isle. So I'm going to start briefly in introducing the highlights of our scuba diving offer, and then I will leave the floor to Florence for a special focus on our exceptional scuba diving experience in Columbus Isle. So why dive with Club Med? Our exclusive scuba diving experience, first of all, it's ideal for all levels because Club Med offers diving schools for all kinds of divers, beginners to experts. We have world-class diving locations because Club Med is always located in top destination and with world-class dive sites. A seamless diving experience because Club Med offers group lessons for all ages with very qualified instructors, top-notch equipment, easy access to the sites directly from the resort, and also tailored services for groups from, for example, or families seeking for exclusive experience. There is also private boat rentals. So Club Med scuba diving packages offer exclusive access to stunning dive sites worldwide for all levels with expert instructors, premium equipment, so that every dive promises an unforgettable, tailored underwater adventure for all skills. So to talk about our top NAM scuba diving destination, first of all, we have Columbus Isle, which Florence will get into deeper right now. And then we have Turquoise, which is one of the world's top wall diving destination with more than 25 dive sites. Cancun in Riviera Maya, Mexico, which has the second largest barrier reef in the world, and Punta Cana, which offers also more than 15 dive sites. Club Med NAM Resorts offers an exceptional scuba diving experience. So now I will let Florence get into deeper in the Columbus Isle destination.
Hi, everyone, and thanks, Marlyne, for the very complete introduction. So, Columbus Isle is one of the top destinations for scuba diving. First of all, as you may know, Columbus Isle is on San Salvador Island, which is quite an isolated island. We are the only, Club Med is almost the only resort on the island, and we are the only diving resort. So that's a very key point for the divers. Because contrary to most other places all over the world, you can dive with being just alone on the dive sites. That's a very interesting point. What's really great with diving in Columbus is that although you are on an isolated island, you have an hyperbaric chamber. Hyperbaric chamber is the key to ultimate safety because it means that if a diver has a decompression accident, which happens from time to time, we can heal them on site. And that is like the top one argument for every diver, beginner to confirm. And this is one of the reasons why so many divers come back year after year to dive in Columbus. It's because of this safety. Then we have top-notch equipment. We have air and nitrox compressors, which is very, very appreciated from divers. And we can accompany the divers with PADI and with CMAS program, which means that most of the time French people have a CMAS training and certification, while American and Canadian people have PADI. We also invested in new boats, eco-responsible, so they are they're hybrid, so they have electric and diesel motors, and we use them differently depending on the speed we want to reach. And another thing that GMs love about diving in Columbus is that you can dive all year round, apart from end of August to end of October when Club Med is closed. But apart from that, you can dive all year round in perfect conditions. The water goes to 24 degrees Celsius in winter to 30 degrees Celsius in summertime. And you can see a lot of different stuff. So yes, to get a bit more in detail, so we have over 30 dive sites, which is really great because we can really bring GMs on different dive sites all the time. And remember, we are always alone. So that's the great stuff about it. We have 2 boats, so we can separate some groups depending on the levels, or if we have a dive club or a dive group, they can have a dive boat just for them. So that's really nice too. We are on a protected marine reserve, which is quite amazing actually, because it means that we really care about the protection of the island and the marine life, and it means that we really keep the marine life in good shape. Something you have to know also is that all the dive sites are located between 5 to maximum 30 minutes by boat. That's really something to keep in mind, because in some of the places, I know Turks is one of it, Turquoise is one of it, it's much longer to get onto the dive site. So one of the best advantage of Columbus is that 5, 10, 20 minutes after leaving Club Med, you're on the dive site. Of course, we offer diving in the morning, in the afternoon, sunset, night dive, etc. And we also offer group packages for the dive groups, because it's one of the clientele that you may want to target, as it's an easy to live clientele, and they like coming for 1 week. And we offer them a dive package with the transportation, of course, the all-inclusive stay at Club Med, 12 dives, and also we offer a sunset cruise. So yeah, some key points about the dive site. So you have Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones is one of the famous one because we can do a drift dive, and people love doing drift dive. So you leave them at one point, they drift with the current, and we take them back at the end of the dive. And we have a lot of other dive sites, one with 10, and which is Codona, one of them. Actually, you have a wall, a very magnificent wall that begins at 18 meters and that goes down to over 100 meters. And along this wall, you have a lot of life. And the beauty of Columbus is that you also have some chimneys, some cracks in the wall where you have a lot of activity, of marine life activity, and where you can also go inside and gym like that. And something we are really developing now more and more, and we do that with Club Med Foundation and Happy to Care program, is that we developed coral restoration programs. So we basically develop coral farms so that coral is growing and is being restored. And we are also implementing now other experience to make sure, coral is growing. And we do that with the local people too. And we also work with the children. We take the children once a month on a snorkeling tour to show them around and show them the coral forms, etc. And we teach them a bit, about the plastic and the importance of preserving the marine life environment. And that's a program that GM love actually. They love being able to come into the dive site where we do the coral forms, and they even participate in cleaning the corals or this kind of stuff. So that's something that really makes the difference too. If we talk about PADI certification, so PADI is the main agency for diving. It's worldwide recognition, so we will focus on PADI even if we are able to welcome other agencies certified. The good thing to know is that we can do PADI bubble maker for children from 8 to 10. We do that from the snorkeling boat with one instructor for one child, and that's something that's really appreciated. We also do introduction to scuba diving. So it's called the Discovery Scuba Diving Program. So you basically spend 2 hours with the instructor in the pool or at the dock learning the basics of the diving. And then we go on the boat, on the dive boat, and you do your first dive. And that's a program that's really very nice because, like, very quickly, you can test, the diving activity, and if you like it, you can move on, and go to your first certification, which is basically the open water certification by the open water diver, where you add on some new pool sessions and, of course, some new dives. And then you get your card. So it means that when you go back to Columbus or to all other places, you can use this card and dive again. And then we have the advanced program. So for divers already certified. So we have the advanced open water program. So it means you can go deeper. The nitrox program, which means that you can dive with air and with nitrox. And the advantage of diving with nitrox is that it's less tiring and you can stay a bit longer deeper. So many people all over the world like diving nitrox. Most of the time, people do when they do the two dives in the morning, what they do is they will use the air for the first dive and the nitrox for the second one. That's a very typical scheme. And then we have the rescue diver and the dive master program, which are for more experienced divers, who wants to move on to the dive master is the first professional certification. When you're a dive master, then you can become a dive instructor. That's the next step. But we have a lot of GM that are coming to go to the rescue diver and even to the dive master, because it's a place where you can really experience, all you need to know and work on the rescue course. As you may know, in all Club Med that have a scuba diving activity, you have a scuba dock on site. That's a very important point too, because the scuba dock is usually present on the dive boat, on the morning dive boat. So if anything happened, we have all the oxygenotherapy material needed for first rescue. So that's very safe for divers too. And then the scuba dock, is here all the time. So if you have an ear problem or anything, you can go and see the scuba dock, and he can tell you whether you can dive or whether it's better not to dive. So that's really, I think, the best experience, what Club Med offers here, with the scuba dock, with the hyperbaric chamber, with 30 dive sites very close to Club Med, and with the top-notch equipment, is really best of class of what you can offer to your GMs.
Thank you very much, Florence, for all those details and the in-depth information. I think we know all what we needed to know and can't wait to experience it also myself, and can't wait to get more GMs to Columbus Isle to come visit and scuba.
You're very welcome. And if you have any questions, you can, of course, directly write us, manager.scuba@onlybluediving.com, or write to Marlyne, who will forward me the questions, and we can, of course, answer all the questions you may have.
Exactly. Feel free to reach out if you may have any more questions about this webinar and about the scuba diving offer in Club Med. Thank you all and see you soon. Bye-bye.